Today we'll see about analog low pass Chebyshev filter. Last video we have seen how to design the Butterworth filter. So in the Chebyshev filter there are two types of Chebyshev filter. One is type 1 Chebyshev filter, type 2 Chebyshev filter. In the type 1 Chebyshev filter there is a here ripple in the pass band and monotonically it is decreasing in the stop band. There is a smooth characteristics we are obtaining in the stop band. There is no ripple in the stop band. And if you are coming to the type 2 Chebyshev filter, here there is a monotonically decreasing in the pass band and there is a ripple in the stop band. So comparison is there is type 1 Chebyshev filter ripple in the pass band and type 2 Chebyshev filter there is a ripple in the stop band. So that is the difference between type 1 and type 2. So type 2 is not there in the syllabus, so we can concentrate only on type 1 Chebyshev filter. Now we'll see what is the main difference between Butterworth and the Chebyshev filter. In the Butterworth filter, in the stop band and the pass band will get a smooth characteristics here, and if you are coming to the Chebyshev filter, here there is a ripple in the pass band and monotonically decreasing. There is a smooth curve we are obtaining in the stop band. So that is the difference. Another difference is in both the filters, if you are finding the poles, we are not finding the poles directly. We are writing down the data from the data sheet. We are writing the transfer function. So if you are finding and if you are plotting on the S-plane here all the poles, so in the Butterworth filter we'll get the shape will be like it is a circle. That means all the poles lie on a circle in Butterworth filter. In Chebyshev filter, if you are plotting in the S-plane, we'll get the shape will be like a ellipse. So all the poles will be lie on a ellipse. So that is the major difference between Butterworth and the Chebyshev filter. And if you are coming to the transition band, here we'll get it is a narrow transition band in the Chebyshev filter, and in the Butterworth filter we'll get a wider transition band compared to your Chebyshev filter. So these are the major difference between Butterworth and the Chebyshev filter. So next one, we are finding the magnitude frequency response of a low pass Chebyshev filter. That can be find out by using this formula. So that is modulus of h of j omega will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square Tn square of omega by omega p, the whole power of it is 1 by 2. So here where epsilon is nothing but it is a constant, that is a ripple factor. So that can be find out by it is 10 to the power of 0.1 ap minus 1, the whole power of it is 1 by 2. And here the Tn is nothing but the Tn of that is omega p, that is nothing but it is a frequency varying, where whenever the frequency varying situation is occurring we can use this factor. The Tn is nothing but it is the order of Chebyshev polynomial for order n. So n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n number of values we can find out what is the Chebyshev polynomial we can find out. So for finding this one we can use this formula, that is Tn of omega will be equal to 2 omega into t into n minus 1 minus t into n minus 2. If n is greater than or equal to 2, if n is greater than or equal to 2, we can use this formula, we can find out the order of the polynomial in Chebyshev. So if n is 0, so your value will be 1, just we have to remember, and n is 1, just value will be it is a omega. Remaining values can be find out by using this formula. So for example here I have mentioned if n equal to 2, so if you are substituting n value as a 2, it is t2 of omega will be equal to t omega. If you are substituting n value as a 2, 2 minus 1 will get it as a t1. Similarly, if you are substituting here n value as a 2, 2 minus 2 it is 0, will get t0. So what is t1? T1 is nothing but value is omega, and t0 is nothing but the values it is a 1. So if you are substituting here we'll get it is 2 omega square minus 1. So when n equal to 2 we are getting 2 omega square minus 1. Similarly if you are finding out n value as a 3, so if you are substituting t3 of omega, so here we'll get it is 3 minus 1 it is 2. So we'll get it is a t2, and the n value if you are substituting 3 minus 2, here it is a 1. So what is your t2? T2 value is 2 omega square minus 1, and what is your T1 values it is omega. So if you are substituting here we'll get 4 omega cube minus 3 omega. So like this we can find out all the values of n we can find out here. So next one we are finding out the squared function for the frequency response. So for that we are considering your normalized Chebyshev filter, that is omega p value will be a 1 radian per second we are considering. So already we know what is your squared magnitude. So the squared magnitude function we have found out, it is h of j omega will be equal to 1 divided by epsilon square Tn square of omega pi omega p the whole power of 1 by 2. In that if you are taking the squaring here, so here this squaring and this will get cancelled, and again we are taking your omega p as a 1 radian per second. So if you are substituting omega p as a 1 radian per second, we'll get this expression 1 plus epsilon square Tn square of omega here. So this is the squared magnitude of frequency response of the Chebyshev filter. Now next one we have to find out the order n. So order n can be find out by, it is cos h inverse of, it is 10 to the power of 0.1 as minus 1 divided by 10 to the power of 0.1 ap minus 1 the whole power of, it is 1 by 2 the whole divided by cos h inverse of omega s divided by omega p. So where as is nothing but it is a stop band attenuation, ap is nothing but pass band attenuation, omega s is nothing but it is a stop band h frequency, omega p is nothing but pass band h frequency. If you're knowing all the value, we can find out what is the order n. So next one we have to find out the transfer function. So for finding the transfer function, here we are getting k divided, there in Butterworth filter we are getting 1 divided by that term. So here we are getting k divided by this term, that is s to the power of n plus bn minus 1 s to the power of n minus 1 plus b into n minus 2 s to the power of n minus 2. The last term become b1 into s plus b naught. So in this the k value can be find out by, it is depending upon the value of n, whether the n is odd or n is even. If you are getting odd value, k value will be equal to your b naught, and if n is even, the k value will be equal to, that is b naught divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square. So using this one we have to find out what is the value of k. So for example, if you are having your n value, if you are getting it is a 2, so if I am getting it as a 2, so we'll get the expression it is s square plus here we'll get it is b1 into s plus b naught will get. So the corresponding b1 and b naught, this and all we can write down from the data sheet. So similarly if n equal to 3, so it will start with it is s cube. So like this all the value that b naught, that constant b naught, b1, b2, so all the value can be write down from the data sheet. Now we'll see the problem here. So in this it is similar to your Butterworth filter, but first step what we have to find is we have to find out the ripple factor we have to find out. That is a step 1. We have to find out the ripple factor. Step 2 we have to find out the order n. Step 3 we have to find out the transfer function from the data sheet we have to write down, and fourth one we have to do the frequency transformation. So procedure is same. Extra thing is here we have to find out what is the ripple factor. So we'll see the problem. A design of Chebyshev analog low pass filter that has a minus 3 decibel cutoff frequency of 100 radian per second and a stop band attenuation of 25 decibel or greater than for all radian frequency of 250 radian per second. So they given that it is AP value they given, it is equal to modulus of KP. So we got it as it is a 3 decibel. Corresponding frequency will be omega P, it is a 100 radian per second. And a stop band attenuation of it is 25 decibel. AS value they given, it is a 25 decibel. And the corresponding frequency they given, it is a 250. That is a omega S they given, it is a 250 radian per second. So first step what we have to find is we have to find out the ripple factor. So that can be find out by root of 10 to the power of 0.1 AP minus 1. So AP value it is a 3. So if we are substituting here we are getting it as a 0.997. So next step is we have to find out what is the order n. So in that we know what is AS, AP, omega S, omega P. So if we are substituting here we will get n value as a 2.28. We are going for the higher value. So n equal to it is a 3. So for writing the transfer function here, so we have to consider the epsilon value as well as the n value. Both the value we have to consider. So already we have posted our data sheet. You go to the third page. In that we'll get a 2 column. You go to the second column. So second column will get your epsilon value as a 0.997. So already we got our epsilon value as a 0.997. In the first column we would have got epsilon value as a 0.764. That you no need to go there. You go to the second column epsilon, because you got epsilon value as a 0.997. So in that you got your n value as a, here it is a 3. So you go to the data sheet, that is a page number 3, and epsilon value you take 0.997, corresponding n value you go, n value is a 3, you will get this b0, b1, b2, all the value will get. So we can directly write down the data sheet. So here n is odd and k value will be, we can find out by it is b0. If n is a even, we have to use the formula, but here it is n as odd, so k value will be equal to your b0. So b0 value is 0.250. So if you're substituting here, we'll get what is the transfer function of the system. Here how to find the data sheet, any clarification is needed, you ask, I will tell you, because at present we don't have a data sheet, so we have downloaded and put it in the group. So just go through this data sheet, how to find out, you just check. If you can't, you ask, I will tell you how to find out this transfer function. So next one is a frequency transformation. So frequency transformation, here they didn't mention anything, so we have to go for the low pass to low pass. So here that is S value will be replaced by S by it is omega p. So your omega p, they given it is 100 radian per second. So this is your transfer function. So in this, if you are replacing by S by 100, and then if you are simplifying, you will get your transfer function of the system here. So here it is similar to your Butterworth filter. Extra thing is you have to find out the ripple factor. Here we have to find out.